On episode 71 of the Chronicles, we go through our buckets list. We talk about some new things that we've received in the mail, and we're debuting a new spinner. Andy, you may fire when ready. I feel so privileged to have been able to do the intro, Andy. Thank you for allowing me to do that.
And I clicked the button to hit the
look, it's like we're switching roles here. We're switching roles, man.
Seamless, everybody.
We're professionals, obviously.
Welcome to episode 71 of the Chronicles podcast. That's Josh. I'm Andy. We are your hosts for your Monday night chat with Star Wars toys and collectibles. Welcome to those in the chat. Welcome those who are listening in the rewind.
Hey, oh man, we got you covered. You can follow us at Chronicles on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Find us at the Beyond the Blast Doors Network YouTube site. Just look up Beyond the Blast Doors and www.beyondtheblastdoors.com if you want to read some sweet articles. We got more articles coming out. You know, Andy, you do a great job of putting up a show me your collection every week. We try to. Do we have one today?
We have one today, Josh.
We do. Of course we do. It's just me being silly. I knew that. Yeah. So let's just dive in. I mean, how has your week been? Anything fresh? Anything new?
No, I want to just circle back to something from last week's show. You know, we did a poster giveaway last week.
Yeah.
And shout out to Gary Moore, who's in the
he's in the chat. He's already chatting.
Right now.
He's saying hi to everyone. So nice.
He was our poster winner, and I like what we're doing here because when we do a giveaway, not only do we give something away to a follower, a friend of the show, a friend of the program, but we also, whenever we give something away, we also make sure we give something to our patrons too.
Yeah.
So we had a patron get some posters too, or I shouldn't say get it because it hasn't gotten there yet.
Sure.
But
we shipped them out.
But our buddy Gilster also got a Boba Fett poster. Actually, right here.
Yeah.
See this, baby? Book of Boba Fett, December 2021.
Can't wait. Can't wait.
So, congrats to those guys. They're going to love it. The poster's great. We'll do another one of these days. We got a couple left to give out.
Yeah.
But we're not going to do one today, though.
Yeah,
You're just going to have to stick around. You're
going to have to watch for us.
Around for the content.
Not for the free not for the swag. Swag.
Oh, boy. Josh, get anything new this week?
I did. I'm wearing it.
Oh.
I'm wearing it.
Well, let me go full screen on you here.
Yeah. If you guys have never heard of Stars Wars Ears, I urge you to look it up.
It's a slick shirt.
It's a very... Oh, you didn't think so. Other side. Right there.
Yeah, Yoda, the Yoda figure character.
No. Wise Puppet. That's his name. Wise Puppet, obviously.
Puppet. Yes.
And then up here we got... Dang it. It's hard when you're backwards. This guy, we know who he is, right?
Darth Vader?
No, Door Ladder.
Door Ladder?
Door Ladder. That's in the Stars Wars years. And then the guy in the middle, that guy.
Oh, you mean Luke Skywalker?
No. Karate Farmer.
Oh, that's so good.
Oh, so Stars Wars years. I don't know. I never looked up the history of them. I just laughed. They come in terrible packaging. They're hard to find. So from a collectible standpoint, awesome.
Do anyone in the chat?
Yeah, if you have heard, own a Stars Wars ears, then then make sure to put it in the chat here or a comment below if you're listening on the rewind, because it's a bucket list for me.
Oh,
if we're gonna stay on theme,
okay,
to get some Stars Wars ears in my collection. They're great, and I'm not even gonna show you the images. You go look them up yourself. They're worth it, but Wise Puppet is the original one I got, and I was dying laughing because it looks nothing like Yoda. Well, it sort of does, but yeah.
Josh, you see the comment there?
What's the comment? Oh, well, thank you, Anthony. Tip of the cap to
He's
you.
not wrong.
He's not
Josh,
wrong.
He's not
little,
wrong.
Little purple. Even my wife, I walk through the room. She's like, nice shirt. And I'm like, easy. Easy.
Calm down.
I got a show to do.
Calm down.
Yeah.
Go take a cold shower, Nicole. But speaking of
Cold
gear,
showers.
this shirt,
Yeah.
this shirt, this Leave It in the Box shirt is available on our Teespring page if you feel so inclined.
Well, who do we have? We had a Apprentice Ewok.
Yeah,
Brandon. Was he? Did he have the Leave It in the Box or Take It Out and Play shirt?
Take it out and play.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah. Josh, what's something that you leave in the box
I leave
as a collector?
I leave Black Series in the box.
You leave Black Series?
Yeah, there's only one set of Black Series, the Elite Series, which is kind of an offshoot that you can buy at Disneyland or you can get
At Disney stores.
Disney stores. And those I decided because they're made of metal that I'd take them out.
They're heavy.
Probably not the best decision because while they're cool because they're heavy and solid, they don't stand up very well. They come with little stands, but those guys are falling over with a vengeance. This is blam! I mean, you can hear them fall over because they're made of metal. And it's very hard. The joints don't hold up. So the Elite Series, I don't know if they even make those anymore.
I'm not sure they do.
I did keep the boxes, but I did take them out. So I've got a little display of those, but they might go back in the boxes for sale later on. How about you? What do you leave in the box?
Not much, to be honest with you. Not much. There's trying to think of what I have in the box that I've never opened.
See, I'm more of a leave in the box than you are.
Yes.
Like behind you is an entire array of stuff I've just left in the box. Well, no, actually, it's a helmet array today for good reason.
Yeah, we went thematic.
Yes, we're so thematic.
You see all them buckets behind me?
Yeah.
I know, Josh, you got some behind you, too.
I got some buckets.
We'll get to that in a minute.
Mike's
I do have a couple of things. I got a couple of things that I've gotten this week that I'd like to share.
I'd like you to share them, too. That's why I was like, the T-shirt for me was super cool, but what you've got, I'm pretty excited about.
This is a little bit of a departure for me because I'm not really a comic book guy, but I got a 6-comic run of Dark Horse Comics droids. Okay. This is number 1, and it's kind of it's a textured cover.
You gotta
what do they call that?
You got to cover your mug up, brother. Get your dumb face out of there. There we go. Yeah, so it's embossed.
Embossed.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. That was the word I was looking for. So yeah, you can feel R2. You can feel R2.
Right, I'm going to zoom out.
Yeah. Did you see Phil's comment there?
Yeah, I did. What a jerk.
Stings.
Yep.
We talked about it, Phil. Episode 2, and I'm noticing some of the characters are from the actual droids line.
Yeah.
So from like the 85 line, but these comics I believe are from the 90s. So the covers stood out. I love this one. This is what really caught my attention.
That's crazy
because it kind of reminded me of some theories about the rise of Skywalker.
Right. Remember that?
A bit. And so
Embalmed is not the correct answer, J-Ro.
Right. Not the right word. But he's got a rocket on his back and a blaster, and it's not your father's C-3PO.
3PO Fett there, man.
I know. That looked really cool.
What do we have here?
I'm not exactly sure what
we kind of have
is.
we've got R2 just jetting out of there and 3PO like you're just going to leave me behind? Yeah. This is creepy too.
It's a little weird. It's like baby robots.
Yeah.
Baby C-3POs.
Like I said.
Interesting. Looking into something that lit up.
BPOs.
And then this big iron monster.
Now, what's that maw from? We've seen that maw before in a different version a little bit.
I don't know.
I want to say maybe Force Unleashed video game had that. I'm just going off of memory.
You would know better than I would for that.
Yeah.
I I got one other thing too. So the comics, I'm going to read those. I haven't read them yet. I just got them.
Oh, good. So we're going to spend the next hour and a half with you reading those out loud. Perfect.
Yeah. But not until.
In this frame, 3PO is pointing at R2. Okay.
Now
That one's cool.
I've seen a couple people post this already. The Mondo Solo soundtrack, limited edition soundtrack, and it's got some very cool artwork on it. This is, of course,
Kessel Run?
Yeah, and right when you see the monster there. I've already taken it out of the package. That's what I do. It's on brand for me. Here's the back.
Very cool.
Okay. And again, this is the John Williams composed, a couple of the tracks are John Williams, and then John Powell composed the rest of it. Artwork by Cesar Moreno. So this comes off.
Very cool.
Sleeve.
Love the cockpit cutout.
And then the back is a little bit more lit up version going through the maw.
Mm-hmm.
And this is very cool. This artwork here.
Yeah. Do you think this, so just because you're putting this up there, do you think this movie ages well?
I do.
I think it does.
I think really well.
I think that it's going to be, the thing about yeah, see, you're not even, I think this movie, just those images alone, it might get a little like, yeah, look at that.
That's rad.
I mean, Emphas Ness was one of the cooler characters we've had introduced, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you would say if you did like a Zori Bliss, Emphas Ness, who would you take as the coolest character out of those two?
Emphas Ness.
Yeah, she's awesome. And for her to be a she at the end was super cool too. Man, that is badass.
This is like you're going through hyperspace.
Yeah, that is ridiculous.
That's what it looks like when it's spinning on a turntable.
Oh, you're doing great. Everyone's getting sick. we have to have an epilepsy warning at the beginning of our videos.
Yeah, this is it's 180 gram. It's heavy. These albums, these records, which a lot of kids, like my middle school kids, don't have a clue what records are. But it is freaking sweet. I can't wait to.
No, that's that. Like you, some of the people in the chat. I mean, it's a work of art, really.
Yeah, I think I ordered this a few months ago, but it was worth the wait. It's pretty. It's very, very pretty. Stylistically, very cool. And shoot, I put it in the wrong way. It's a 2-album set, and both albums look like the one I showed. But can't wait to listen to it.
Well, you have a decent like turntable and setup, so I need to come over and listen because I do not. I do have a turntable, but it's a Star Wars turntable and it has terrible speakers. Although I think it does have a Bluetooth option, so I could put it out onto a better speaker system if I wanted to. But I'd rather go over and get just the full fidelity.
Oh, the high fidelity,
not the infidelity.
No, let's not do that.
Let's not do that. Let's keep it on the up and up.
Let's keep it high.
But yeah, excellent get for you. And
love it.
I know you use, like, you're more artistic than I am. You use those album covers as kind of like art pieces in your collection too. So you put them behind certain things as just kind of backdrops, right?
Yeah. So any of those like IKEA cubic shelves or the Detolf display cases.
Detolf.
You put this, behind it with some Solo related stuff in the front.
Yep.
These are great backgrounds and soundtracks. So very cool. Happy with that. Good get. If there's still some available, I highly recommend you getting one.
Sure. I mean, the record alone is. What'd you say? Like you know the weight? What?
180 gram.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, that's a lot of the newer stuff is made weighty like that, so it's not like an old flimsy,
Yeah. Like an old
Frisbee?
old Carpenter's LP or something. Is that what you're? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know anything.
Long ago.
Nope. Let's go.
And so far. Shabby will start dancing.
Yeah, he will.
Yeah, those are my latest gets.
I like them. I got a few other gets, but I think I'm saving those for later. And by the way, I didn't set that up over there, man. Dang it. We got to talking. It's all right. You might have to run solo for a minute while I get it going, but yeah. All right. What's our next topic here, buddy? That was our next topic. All right. Well, then it's on you, man. You fill time.
Okay. Well, while Josh is getting the probe droid set up, I did put a brief article up on www.beyondtheblastdoors today, and again, it's a little departure from what is normally up there. Normally, we like to post a follower Star Wars collection, and we ask them a few questions about it, and it's always nice to see what other people are into. What I posted today was a little corner of my toy room, and I'm fortunate enough that I have a room that I can put my toys in. It's not just a little shelf that my wife has allowed me. She's let me use an entire room for my stuff, and to which I'm grateful. It has nothing to do with Star Wars, though. It's my little G.I. Joe corner. And at one time, I had a lot of G.I. Joe stuff, and it was mostly because me and my two younger brothers, that's what we were into the most when we were kids. I'm the oldest of three. We didn't have a lot of money going around. My dad was a teacher. I think he was making just about 10 grand a year. My mom was a stay-at-home mom, packing lunches and making sure we had clothes and food. And so the biggest bang for the buck was to get G.I. Joes because we'd all play with them. And we'd all come home after school and we watched the cartoon religiously. And it didn't take long after having, 3 birthdays plus Christmas every year for us to get quite a few G.I. Joe stuff. And this little corner of my toy room is an homage to that because all of those toys are from when we were a kid. And they're all complete. They're not all pristine. We played pretty hard with our toys. But the fact that we still have them and they're in good enough shape that they still work, it's pretty cool. And I know you can probably relate in some way because we collect because it reminds us of when we were kids and simpler times, right? So this is my little corner that I will never get rid of. It's our G.I. Joes from when me and my brothers were kids, and it's a big reason why I collect now. So, Josh,
I don't know how you hit the screen where there's 3 of us on there, buddy. Did I do that?
You might have done that.
I probably did. It's cool. Yeah. So I was going to throw that up for you, buddy.
Well, since it's up.
Yeah, I got it.
Let me ask this to you and to the chat real quick here, Josh. But is there something non-Star Wars that you feel pretty sentimental about, toy-wise, that you just you will have an eternal love for?
Yes, for sure. And that's Transformers. Transformers and Voltron actually were my go-tos as a kid after Star Wars. The dead zone after Star Wars from a toy perspective, brought me into my 9, 10, 11, 12-year-old ages, and G.I. Joe was a part of that, but it never got big because I think G.I. Joe was overwhelming even for my parents. They were like, I don't even know where to begin here. But, when the first line of Transformers came out, they were limited. They were expensive, but they were awesome because it's a Transformer, right? You get to turn it into a...
It's like 2 toys in one.
2 toys in one, man.
Robots in disguise.
And I know I've told this story on the pod before, about my brother and I going to the local grocery store and they had him there and me kind of conceding Optimus Prime to my little brother who really wanted Prime. He didn't care about Transformers as much as I did, and I got Megatron. By the way, either of those items in their box, ridiculously priced right now, especially Megatron, because he was a gun. He was like and that's why I kind of, now by conceded it was, I went ahead and went for it because Megatron was definitely a holdable weapon. So I was like, yeah, this is a dual threat right here. But anyway, but I was with you. I didn't collect like you did though. I didn't have that. I mean, look at this. You've got
Well, it wasn't that we were collecting. It's just that we had 3 of us.
yeah,
And that's all we got for a few years.
yeah,
And so at the end of that, we had just about everything from 82 to 86. And, with the exception of the USS Flag, because that was 7 feet long.
right.
We didn't get that.
I remember wanting that real bad.
Oh, my gosh. But it was $100.
Ugh.
So we couldn't do that. We could maybe get, at a Christmas or something between the 3 of us, we might be able to get like 4 or 5 $15 to $20 items, but we couldn't do a $100 item.
Well, I do really love this display because the best part, and I'll describe this, is that you walk into Andy's room, which is pretty sizable, and it is floor to ceiling Star Wars, with the exception of this one little corner that, well, at least it was. Did you move it out of there?
No, it's still
there.
Yeah.
Okay. So a corner that says G.I. Joe, and it's still impressive. So, I mean, it's kind of a cool tie-in, and especially because of that story, because your love of collecting could probably be attributed to G.I. Joe.
Yeah. That's what I said in the article. I have a passion for Star Wars, but G.I. Joe is my first love.
Yep.
So,
Which is okay.
yeah.
That's why I keep a picture of my first girlfriend right on the nightstand. My wife is thrilled.
You beat me to it, man. I was gonna say the exact same thing. It's like I'm married to Star Wars now, but I'll never
still keep a picture of G.I. Joe.
I'll never forget that summer when I was 16. Her name was
Snake Eyes.
Her name was Scarlet.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So and we've got a few people commenting here.
Yeah, throw 'em up there.
Shabby says Masters of the Universe.
Yeah, and that one too.
Transformers.
To be honest, I mean, I played the problem was my parents never like locked on to anything, and you like you said, you had 3 kind of sources of toys. I know that my younger brothers got into like Ninja Turtles later on, which I never bought into. I liked the comics, but I didn't like the toys. It was cool. There was Thundercats. Don't forget about Thundercats.
Loved the cartoon.
Loved the cartoon. Had a few of the toys. They were great. Like Shabby said, Master of the Universe. That was like a must. I had Grayskull. I had everything, But those just kind of all died out in the yard, which is amazing. So did a lot of my Star Wars toys. They all died in the yard. My yard was devastating for toys.
Well, I thought it was kind of funny because, we did have the occasional Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle or the occasional He-Man or the occasional Star Wars, floating around. We had an A-Team van and we had a Fall Guy truck, an Ecto 1.
Lots of, those my younger cousins were getting.
These things were a part of it, but you know what? They were always the bad guys.
I see.
They were always the bad guys growing up. The He-Man figures, they were always the bad guys.
Sure.
And Star Wars, they had the spaceships and they were the bad guys, right? Even Han and Luke, it's not like we had a lot of Star Wars.
So it was G.I. Joe versus all the other.
Versus everybody, yeah. Pretty funny, but yeah, that's just how it was growing up. I mean,
that's pretty cool. And as collectors, as Star Wars collectors, I like that because obviously we all like toys, right? We all,
yeah.
I mean, it wasn't just Star Wars. There's probably not a purist among us. I'm sure there will be one. Yeah, I'll put it up there.
No. Collectors rarely have just one genre. I mean, I have yet to find a collector that doesn't have something else, even if it's just a little sprinkled in.
Yeah.
I mean,
Lord of the Rings for me. But
yes. Yeah.
That I've depleted that collection.
Yeah.
But you used a lot of your G.I. Joe collection to sell off, except for the sentimental stuff or the super valuable, and then bought a lot of Star Wars stuff with that to kind of fill in the gaps.
Right.
And when we first got together, we were making this push to complete our vintage collection. And that's what you used to get that done.
I did. We had, the sheer amount of Joes that we had was pretty incredible. And so knowing that knowing that we didn't need to keep all of that, because we did have like even doubles and triples of some things too. Like 3 snowcats and 2, I mean, just like whatever. Sold off all that stuff and use it to get Star Wars things. As the keeper of the toys in my family, I kept the important stuff, and I will never, ever, ever get rid of it. Ever. I'll never get rid of it. Unless one of my brothers wants them, then they can have them. But those are they mean too much. Those are off limits.
Make sure you tell your kids. Okay.
Oh
it was not a fire sale like day one after the service.
After Dad kicks out, gotta go buy me a motorcycle.
These are worth a lot more sentimentally than they are on eBay.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Gilster asked, "Do I still collect GI Joe?" The answer, Gilster, is no. I don't. I would love to if time and money and space were no object. Like those, I think those classified figures are top notch.
They're very cool.
They're top notch. Very cool. And I would love to have them. But
do you think, I mean, I know we run a Star Wars show here.
Yeah.
Do you think we've pigeonholed ourselves into this from a collecting standpoint? Do you think that there's some unwritten rule? Do you feel this way? Because I don't know if I do. But do you feel like there's some unwritten rule that if you're going to go Star Wars, then that's where you go? Especially since we have a collecting show about it. Aside from your one display, which has tons of sentimental value, what I'm saying is that keeps you from buying like the classified collection, right? Like you pick up Black Series sometimes, almost for me. Like you pick it up to hold it for a week or two, and then you say, "You got this yet?" And then you unload it, which is so interesting to me. So I wonder.
You mean like that, right?
Like
there?
this guy right here, like Andy, which I haven't paid him for yet. So just deal with that.
Well, maybe I'll take it back.
Maybe I'll take it back. But literally, and I think I do have one on the way, which is fine. I'll take this one and I'll supply somebody else's collection with it. But so answer the question.
Well, and this is, I can only answer for me. I know a lot of people that collect multiple lines. Awesome Geek Joe John.
Sure.
Shabby. Like I said, everybody, Tez, he's got Transformers. And I mean, everybody seems to. I feel like I'm in the minority.
Do you?
In that I only do Star Wars now. And within that, I don't really do Black Series much anymore. Just the occasional, like I plan on getting the Bad Batch.
Right, because you like Troopers.
Because I'm down with that. And I do the vintage collection the same way. I just get the ones that I want. I'm not a completist in that regard. But what I want and what I prioritize are vintage Star Wars, and that includes posters. Because
it totally includes
posters too. But I feel like I'm more in the minority because I don't dabble in I dip my toe. I did more than dip my toe in Funkos for a while, but I have since cleansed myself of that addiction. And even though that was just Star Wars, I'm intentionally keeping my focus pretty narrow because I don't want to be distracted from the things that I really want to get.
Here's what I love in the chat right now, and thank you for answering the question. I feel the same way, honestly. Like for me, it's like I have to just keep my focus narrow so I don't go crazy and make myself crazy because I'm not completing things. But I love what Matt put up here because there's a lot of stories going on, which is great. Yeah. This is what we do it for, are these stories. When I was a kid, we had a beat up little action figure we called the Drunk. Now, it's already a great story.
I know, because I think when I was 6 years old, I didn't know what that meant.
Yeah. I know, I was just gonna say that. Okay, for one thing, Matt.
And the other.
We're sorry about your uncle. And then for the other, he was a worn out and was our stunt driver. And I love that he's buried in his grandparents' yard. That's the same for me. I have many, many toys, including my first love from Star Wars, which is the AT or AT-AT. It is in pieces, probably 12 inches under the ground somewhere in California.
Oh, if you were to...
Well, Camino. I know exactly where it's at. I can dig it back up.
Yeah, let's go do it. We should go
We
do it. Let's
should.
go archaeology. Star Wars
We
archaeology.
should. Can you imagine just saying, look, hold on, guys, just bear with us, guys and gals. Just bear with us as we go through a show concept.
Okay.
We go back to places we've lived
And dig up where the mud puddles used to be.
and just say, look, and we give the homeowner because definitely that land is owned by somebody else now.
Mm-hmm.
So we'd have to negotiate getting onto the property.
And digging up some yard.
Okay, what if a house was built there on top of it? You know what I'm saying? Like we wouldn't
We
go
could
that
use
far.
dynamite.
We could blow their house up. But anyway, and then do that. Just do toy archaeology. Just dig up people's childhood. We'll go to Matt's grandparents' house.
Totally. Find the drunk.
Dig up the trunk.
Oh, man, we go all over. I mean, who do we pitch this to?
Can you imagine? You just bring a bottle of whiskey
History Channel?
and the drunk. We excavate him, and the first thing we do is just clean him off with as much clear alcohol as we have.
some what's that? Clear
Some
Everclear?
Everclear, or
Yeah.
just vodka would
Or
work.
whatever.
Yeah, that's fine. It's very clear.
Some local stuff.
Sure.
Support local businesses.
I think this is a marketable option here.
All right,
We'd have like 2 episodes.
Hold on. Let me write this down.
Yeah, write it down, Andy.
And
Write down.
I'll get right after the show. I'm going to send an email to Bob Iger. I'm going to tell Bobby.
Bob, is Bob involved anymore? I think Bob's out.
No, he is. I just got because I own a little stock in Disney. I got a little
Bob
thing
sent you a letter.
to vote on something, and he is still listed as one of the board of directors.
Matt, put the drunk. Will you text us or Twitter us the drunk? I want to see the drunk bad, so we'll put him up later. But if you'll send that to us, it'd be. Yeah. Oh, look, Galanorian's got a great. We could be the Indiana Jones of collectibles. Can you imagine?
I would love that.
Yeah, you take like.
I've got an Indiana Jones hat at home.
This is what you do. You take like a first order stormtrooper and you just weigh him out. And then you get a real stormtrooper and you go and you pull him out. And the ground doesn't even know that you've replaced him.
Single bead of sweat on my nose.
Yeah. So I think I think there we are.
Across
Andy
the
and
corridor.
Josh in the Last Crusade. That's what we're gonna call it. Or Josh and Andy. I think I need top billing, obviously. I'm just kidding. All right. So anyway, we just developed a new show. Thank you guys for joining. We're leaving now
Great show tonight.
because we're rich. We just got rich. All right. So Andy, are we ready for our next topic? Enough reminiscing.
Yes.
The people want the topic.
I
He always does this to me.
Times.
Always does this to
Times.
me. You think we'd have show notes, but we don't. Okay.
I've got notes.
I know that he doesn't share them with me. Yeah.
Because it flashed on the screen, we teased it.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
We need to
How
go
could I
back.
forget about this guy?
We need to go back to. I would say a spinner, but it's not spinning today.
It can't.
It's
physically
too
impossible.
Big.
Oh, it's heavy.
It's
too heavy.
Heavy.
Yes.
It's too heavy.
All right, you ready? I'm ready. Here it comes. Oh man, that was dumb. Here it is.
Yeah.
He can't even spin. Just pretend he's spinning.
This is.
Oh, and by the way, what is this? This is brought to you by.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even do the thing.
Well,
We're not.
I was
that-
about to say it, but let's get here. We go. Red 5 Designs toy review.
Yes.
By the Holo Chronicles.
Yes.
This is our 1/6 size, but it's bigger than most 1/6 size that we've posted up here.
It's a monster.
1/6 size heavy Mandalorian. My goodness.
Is awesome. I wish we could spin him, but we can't.
I
As
can
a matter of
manually
fact-
spin him.
Well, as a matter of fact, behind him, holding him up, is kind of like an arm attached to a base, so that he could be levitated if we wanted to, aka jetpacking.
Yeah, you can pose him in a flying stance.
In a flying stand. Thank you. I said aka jetpacking. I thought that was hashtag jetpacking.
Jetpacking's cool.
Yeah, that's very cool.
I'd love to do that.
He's got a Gatling gun that drops down from his right shoulder into position and can be fired. By the way, this is a hot toy.
Yes, hot toy, not a
So I have some questions though. Like they got this toy out pretty damn fast compared to some of the timelines that we have. Andy's going over. He's going over to give you a little spin, a manual spin.
I know that guy.
And some bad jokes. He's disconnecting. Yeah, so this guy is radical. There's no other word for it. He's absolutely monstrous. Andy's hand for reference, and Andy's got big hands. He's got tiny hands actually. Yeah, we do need the music. Sorry, there's no music, so deal with it. But look, he's awesome. So this again for me, I always ask the question like, okay, aside from my vintage collection, why wouldn't I just dedicate all my resources to Hot Toys? They're the coolest damn figures. You've got a box full of hands. So in case you didn't like his hand configuration, you can change it. Right now he looks very stressed out. Both his hands are open like this. He's geeking a little bit. Yeah, can you rotate that down? Come on now. Or pop it up. I think it's probably magnetic, right? Little peg. So you can pop that off. Oh, yeah. But you don't have the right hand configuration. Don't worry. There's one in the box. Nick says that's a thick boy right there. Yeah, it is John. John Favreau, 1/6 scale. Yeah. Yeah, and JD says makes a great point. For no more screen time than he got, this is awesome. I mean, that's exactly right. He didn't get much screen time, but boy, when he did, it was pretty rad, right? He dropped in. But I'm just telling you, as a collector, this is the pinnacle for me for kind of action figures. And let me just clarify that. Like, there's obviously higher. You know, you can go into the statue realm, which is fantastic. We reviewed the Kenobi statue a few shows back. Fantastic. But these, as far as posable action figures, are darn right awesome. I mean, they're just downright, not darn right. I was trying to watch my mouth, but downright awesome is what I meant.
Yeah, very cool. Very, very cool. It's the Heavy Mando was a big hit from season 1.
Sure.
You know, a nice little
I
cameo.
think it was just the Mandalorians in general, just like coming in force
when
doing.
They all came in.
Yeah.
And there was some friction between him and Din.
Yep. Yeah, they did the whole knife fight.
They had a little knife fight, and I'm bigger and stronger than you, but I'm smaller and quicker. And
sure. The whole.
I have a big ass gun.
He does. But that's a cool figure. I wish we could spin him around for your twirling pleasure, but take him right there. My thing would be go buy one. I mean, buy one of these things. You won't be. Have we been disappointed in any hot toy? What's your least favorite hot toy that has come across your eyes?
I mean,
Han and Chewie, like veteran Han and Chewie.
Oh, The Force Awakens, Han and Chewie?
Yeah. Maybe.
So you say, like, maybe, but Chewie's incredible.
He's awesome.
His hair from head to toe is incredible. And that's not one we've showed yet.
We haven't even shown him. Yeah, he's in my collection.
Yeah, there isn't a bad one. There isn't a bad hot toy.
Okay. I agree. That's what's so impressive about these items is, and I made the kind of the snide remark of like, boy, they came out with this guy pretty quick while we're still waiting on, you know, some iconic characters that haven't been built, but I think they're being, you know, reincarnated a bit through the animation series, and who knows? I don't know how fast they work on these things, but
this is great. I mean, it's totally awesome. And this is going to Johnny.
Yeah.
From Red 5.
Red 5 Designs. He's putting that on a shelf, but we get to touch it first.
Yeah, we do.
Mm-hmm.
Send it to us first.
That's some of the benefits of having a stupid toy show.
Yeah, it is.
Yep. All right. Enough of him. Ready to move on?
That's awesome. Yes, absolutely ready to move on to our main. Well,
See, this is why I don't get
I
show
know,
notes.
I
don't
know.
get show notes.
There was a pre-order announcement for Hot Toys last week that we failed to mention, and I take full responsibility for that.
You should.
But we need to mention it and show a picture.
All right.
The Hot Toys announced that they will be opening pre-orders for the new Boba Fett 1/6 scale from the Mandalorian in his beat up armor.
Okay.
Wait.
Wait. No. Are you talking about the deluxe version?
Yeah.
Now, the benefit of that is what? I'm about to show you. Here's the benefit of that. Stop share. Check out what you get with that dude. Boomo.
Glammo.
I mean, come on. You get Boba unarmored.
You get armored Boba and you get unarmored Boba. There's two ways you can set him up. Oh god, that looks so cool.
That's sick.
That's so cool.
So here's the deal. I have a deluxe version of Bespin Luke, and you get Luke. You get two Lukes. One of them's all fresh. He's running through Cloud City looking for his friends. And then you get post hand cut off Luke hanging from the weather vane. And he looks very upset. He just found out who his dad was. He looks very upset. Look at this, though. Look at this. This is what Hot Toys. I can't like. It's like a Hot Toys commercial. Oh, he's about to smash him. Although that's accurate.
Yeah.
Look at this.
And then you get the chewed up armor version, which is.
So let me ask you a question. You're not getting two dolls here, are you?
Yeah.
Two collectible figures, and so you get both. So you can do. This is on you. This is on you.
Oh, it's so good.
I mean, look at that. And that's what they say about Hot Toys as compared to Sideshow. The face sculpts are awesome. And this is awesome. That's Tamora. I mean, it's really good.
Yeah.
And he's even a little thick, right? We're going to have some. Oh, man. You can even clock a Hot Toy Stormtrooper if you want to. You can stand in front of the ship formerly known as the Razor Crest.
See, that's the thing, though. You can have him have the blaster, the gaffy stick, the long rifle.
Oh, look. He does a bend over shoot. You can even do the bend over shoot if you want.
You can do a bend over shoot.
Bend at the waist, fire the rocket.
So, which do you like better? Do you like oh my gosh.
Look at that.
That's awesome.
Look at that. I don't get it.
Do you like the robed? I wonder if you get it busted up.
Specially. Is that a word? Specially features damaged Stormtrooper helmet.
Awesome.
Specially.
Do you like the robed armor version, or do you like the beat up armored version better?
Dang.
Because you don't have to choose. You get both. Which do you like better, Josh? Armor or robed?
Here's you guys' issue right here. I like them both. There's no distinguishing. I want both side by side like that. As they depicted that, where they had the stone, and Boba's in armor down below, Boba unarmored up above with the gaffy stick.
Well, that price actually is just fine, because if you were just to get one of them, it would be $250.
Yeah.
So the fact that you're getting two, it makes. I mean, the price point is a lot.
I wonder if it puts my credit card information on. Should we do this the first live? Proceed to
live pre-order.
I'm just gonna make sure it never shows any.
Well, you're sharing your screen.
I know. I'm just checking.
Let me see if I can distract with some comments.
Oh yeah, can you pull it off the screen? I'm not gonna do it right now. Although, unless that's cool. I don't know. Let's ask the chat. Should I pre-order it right now? Yikes.
The answer is always yes.
Man.
Yeah, Gilster, I feel you.
Well, you just got to sell something, Gilster. Just sell something.
$500 worth of something. Oh, bookends. Rook says bookends.
Genius.
Perfect.
Gary wants me to do it. Nick wants me to do it. JD's in. All right, I'm pulling that down though. Hold on. Let me just.
Rook.
What did he say?
Do it or you're a biatch.
He knows. He knows how to get me.
I'm
I'm gonna log in. Hold on. I gotta log in because sign in. Yeah. Oh, see, I'm all signed in. No, you almost got my email address. All right. Welcome back, it says. Welcome back, you freaking shill.
It's like when Norm walks into Cheers, everybody goes, no! When Josh hops onto Hot Toys, it's like, hey, Josh!
Yeah. All right.
Still got those numbers?
Here we go.
So this is why it's great to collect with your friends, because inevitably you won't be into the exact same things as your friends are. And I get to enjoy this in Josh's collection without actually having to own it myself. I'll be able to see it.
Look, they're
and
thanking
touch
me.
it.
Look, they're thanking me. She's like, you just bought my kids dinner.
Yeah. for 3 months. So, like Shabby says, I'll sit back and admire Josh's when he gets it. And that's exactly what I'm going to do.
2022. This was my point with the heavy Mandalorian over there. 2022. I just don't get it.
It's going to be a bit.
And I'm going to forget, and it's going to show up, and you guys can be here when I open it up and go, oh, yeah, remember that time? Yeah. So, anyway.
Give in to the peer pressure.
I did.
I can feel your envy.
By the way, I'm not that awesome because you just have to put a deposit. You don't have to pay it all right now. So, Gilster, you got to tell 2022 to pay this off.
Figure it out. Yeah, but see, something's happening in 2022 that I'm saving up for.
Oh, well, we know. We're already there. We've already got them purchased. We're already there. We're already there. We're going to see you guys there. Yeah, we're going to have our own table there probably. And it might just be in the lobby of the hotel that we're staying at, but we'll have our own table.
Come by some
or it might be in Josh's room. Don't mind the bed. We tried to make it. Yeah. Come on in. We're serving drinks.
That's so good.
All right. Okay, so Josh, Mr. Show Notes.
I think we should have our main topic now.
Thank you. That'd be freaking amazing.
Wait, do you have a Star Wars news or?
I don't think I have a drop for this.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't. It doesn't at all. We can do. Yeah, we don't. We have nothing. I don't make stuff anymore.
Yep.
All right. Let's go. So Andy, tell me about this. You and I had this conversation. We thought about it, and we wanted to just kind of bring it up. I have, and I didn't even put the image up. I'll get it right now while you kind of help us there. But
the background is a couple days ago, Josh and I had this conversation. Hey, new Black Series helmet coming out, and we were both like, ugh.
Yeah.
I mean, that's literally our response. We're like, nah, no, and we love helmets. Like Josh has a bunch. I've got a bunch. We've kind of littered them about our screens. You can kind of see them, and it's not that we're opposed to helmets. In fact, just a few shows ago, we were talking with Paul from Paul's Collectibles about helmets, and that was
Who's in the room? Who's in the room?
Yeah, and we kind of went off on that for a little bit, and we've got a lot of love for helmets, but Black Series put this one out and it was like, nah, and it's not a. Let me preface this by saying this isn't a sequels critique, but they were putting out a first order helmet and neither of us are remotely interested in it. And it's like, why? This is what caused the conversation. Why, if you're Hasbro, why would you put this helmet out over others?
Yeah.
Why this one now when we're past kind of hype for the sequels? This is post sequels now. This is past the hype, and whether you loved them or hated them, the timing seems inappropriate because there's no reason to be excited about this. And we just had the red version of it come out.
Cardinal.
Yeah, Cardinal.
So, and we already have,
and it's exactly the same thing.
Paul's Collectible. Whoops, Adam just popped in. Or Gary just posted, and I clicked on that. But Paul's just put, I'm such a sucker. He passed on the Cardinal, but he bought this one. And so, full disclosure or disclaimer here, we don't care. You can like this helmet.
Absolutely.
And you can pre-order this helmet, and you should, because what we know about Black Series helmets is that for the most part, with very few exceptions, they're awesome, no matter what the design is.
Right.
Okay.
And but I think even this goes to our point, Josh. Paul is the only guy I know that would have them, and that's because he's got generations of Stormtrooper helmets, because that's his collection, that's his passion. You want to get me to buy one who doesn't have a fleet of helmets, or I don't have a clone Phase 1, Phase 2, Stormtrooper, First Order. I don't have all those versions. You're going to have to do better than this one. And I think there are so many more helmets that are so much more popular. I question why this one, why now?
Well, no, and you're speaking that's what I was in the same boat. I was like, I'm frustrated by this. I feel like, maybe we're filling a timeline instead of a need. So by that I'm saying, we've got the mold. We just did Cardinal. It's red.
It's
okay. And by the way, this is an exclusive. This isn't an exclusive decision by Black Series right now. It's happened before, and that's what we're going to talk about. But I got frustrated, and Andy, I think you just said it, because there's so many in the world of Star Wars. There's a lot of movies, or there's a lot of series out there that don't have a ton of helmets. But in Star Wars, it's like 50-50. And sometimes even characters that you love and know without helmets wear helmets.
Yeah.
Just to get through the Death Star
trench.
Just to fly through a forest. They got to put a helmet on. And I feel like, now look, we can bring up all the issues as far as like cost of the mold, but I've even got a counter to that. I do. It's right in front of me. I've got a counter to that because I feel like it's more, maybe it's on us. Maybe we're not buying enough helmets as a collecting group. I don't know.
Maybe.
And so maybe, maybe there's a directive that says, look, make sure we're staying down this line. But I also have an argument for that. So without further ado, needless to say, I'm not thrilled about this helmet.
Yeah.
And
nor am I. And it's okay if you are.
And Paul's Collectibles, it's totally fine if you are. And as a matter of fact, I'm glad that you are buying it, because if we were to look at it, if I was to give it any like credence, it's a more purist purchase. It's the Stormtrooper from the First Order. Red Cardinal, okay, that was the Resistance, right? And so I wasn't as into that. But it is a straight up Stormtrooper. So if you were collecting a Stormtrooper line from Clone Troopers down, you have to own this one.
Yeah, and it'll be a good helmet.
It's a gray helmet.
No doubt about it. It's just not for me. It's not for Josh, and that's okay. There's people in the chat that have said, like, yeah, I've pre-ordered it, or I like the Cardinal one better than this one, or I like this one better than the Cardinal one. There was a good comment, though, which I should pull it up, but it says the voice modulator in the Cardinal helmet is really cool.
Is it good?
Yeah.
So it makes it sound,
So that's good.
Maybe that's selling
That's
me.
a cool feature there. So we're not just we at the Holo Chronicles, we're not just gonna sit here and gripe.
We don't gripe
without offering a solution.
There you go.
So what we're going to give you is our top helmet choices we would do instead of this one.
Yeah.
At least before we get to the First Order helmet, we would do these first. And we not only think would they be better sellers, but they would kick a helmet like the First Order helmet so far down the road, because these are so successful, that by the time we got through all of these, the First Order helmet will have been a few years, and now the nostalgia has built up from the sequels, and now you bring it in. You do the 5-year anniversary helmet or the 10-year anniversary helmet, and now you can generate a little hype for it, and now maybe you could sell it even better than just seemingly at a random time.
Yeah.
So, Josh, do you want to go first?
Sure.
You want me to go
I can
first?
go first. Well, it's up to you.
Let's do all of ours at once. So you go first, I'll go second.
You want to go? Oh yeah, back and forth.
back? No, I don't want to go back and forth. I want you to give me your 5.
Okay.
Give me
Here's
your
my 5. First one, and it's the first one that came to mind. And this is just randomly, but I thought this is a cool helmet, and that's Zori Bliss's. Zori Bliss's helmet is cool. It's not iconic. It doesn't mean Star Wars to me, and it's a sequel helmet, but it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a cool helmet.
Shiny.
It's shiny.
Pretty girl wears it.
Yes, absolutely. It's a cool enough helmet that as a display piece in your collection, it's going to be attractive.
Yes.
Almost as if, and this is not on my list, as if you had a C-3PO helmet, which, by the way, wouldn't fit any of us because, of Dan Smallhead or whatever, whatever. But I like this helmet. I thought it was cool in the movie. I thought she was one of the cooler looking characters, kind of a Zam upgrade, right? A Zam, what's her Wassel upgrade. It was like an upgrade. It was like, that's cool.
Yeah.
So that's mine. That's my first one that came to mind.
You know what? That helmet, here's why that's a good idea, Josh. It's a sexy helmet. And you'll maybe, I don't know what your list is. You know what mine is, but I don't know what yours is. But I think the women's helmets in Star Wars are sexy helmets. Like, I want them in my collection.
Right.
Not for any other reason, but they look good.
Yes, they look very good. They're classy, and I mean, this is a great helmet. And by the way, lots of film in your face. So we're talking about less plastic, more film. What do we call that? Lens, more lens. Lots of lens in your face. So anyway, okay, next.
I like that.
Next. I mean, duh.
Okay. That's coming. I mean,
what is it? Because I'm
Juggernaut,
scared.
The Juggernaut helmet?
Yeah, Transport Trooper right here. Juggernaut Trooper, whatever. I'm scared because I don't know if it is. And this last release from Black Series made me fearful. Because I'm like, look, and this starts to pair off of a lot of other helmets, like the Scarif helmets, which we haven't seen yet. All these things. So this is kind of a placeholder for all of those type of helmets, the Shore Trooper helmets. Nothing. The tank, the transport driver, whatever. They're all tied in. But yeah, exactly. Zori was like Daft Punk. It was great. But I'm scared because are we going to see this helmet? Because we're seeing a bit of a trend right now. And the trend is
custom for the cool stuff.
Well, custom for the cool stuff, but from Black Series, who seems to be able to put out a really high quality product. We're seeing lots of repeat kind of stuff. Look, we didn't talk about. You want to talk about it now?
Nope.
Okay. Next. This one's kind of crazy, but also maybe the simplest helmet they could make. Just give me an ATST driver helmet. I mean, that's a cool helmet. Veers, come on. I can just pull something down and talk, Lord Vader at the beginning of
the periscope from a submarine.
Yeah, from a submarine. No. Look, I'm walking around the house in that helmet. I can breathe.
Yeah.
I'm driving my truck in that helmet.
And the color even.
I'm golfing in that helmet.
Even like the color.
The color's great. It's nice olive green.
Cobra Commander. But you're not wrong, Josh, because it's an easy design.
Super. Look, you just got a little chin strap that you could put on there. Yeah. I mean, then by the way, the images that we're showing are custom helmets. So people have made these. They've already made these.
Yeah.
So Scuba Pete would dive in that helmet. I don't know what that means, but I agree with him.
Because he's a scuba diver.
Oh, jeez.
Josh.
Sorry. I imagine like a Greg Louganis triple gainer in that helmet is what I imagined. Because, Greg needs the helmet. He'll hit his head on the board if you're not careful. All right. All right. And then this one really excited me because I thought of this one kind of later.
Oh, come on.
Come on. I mean, come on. That's an easy helmet. Lando's friggin' Jabba's palace helmet.
As long as you can pull it down so you can make sure people know who you are. Yes, I love that. I love that helmet.
I mean, what was his name? What was his code name in this helmet? Was there a name?
No, Lando skiff disguise.
So, right. So, but he never had like a persona, right? Like,
Oh,
Boosh.
I want to say he did.
We'll ask the chat. They'll let us know.
Somebody will know.
Okay, and then
Yeah.
like almost last but not least, I kind of have a zinger, but I'll just do it now. But this, I mean, come on, can we not get?
You're on your own on that one.
Come on, come on. What are they called? They're not death. They're
Death Squad
Death
Commandos.
Squad commanders.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing instills fear like a guy coming at you with this son of a bitch on.
Yeah, you're making a statement.
Sure. Imagine you're getting up, you just eat your eggs and pancakes.
You're also not getting rained on.
No, your shoulders are dry. You're kissing your kids goodbye, and they're like, "Where are you going?" You're like, "Well, I'm off to turbo laser duty." And then you put your helmet on, and you walk out the door sideways just to get through. And people ask you, like, what are you protecting your shoulders from there, buddy? I don't know. Which then my final one, I got 6. I'm sorry.
Oh, you think? Okay.
I did 6.
All right. Well,
And
I kind of have a loophole in mind.
I'm gonna
too,
save
so.
my 6th one for the very end. Can I do that? Let's go to yours.
Oh, you want to do my 5 and then?
We'll both do our 6th.
Are they the same?
Maybe. Well, they're not low. I don't see yours. I loaded all yours, so I don't see it up there. Okay.
All right.
In no particular order, or do you care?
I do care. Let's start with I couldn't win the Tour de France in that helmet. Okay. Let's put it up. Commander Cody. Commander Cody needs to be done in a largely marketable Black Series version. Okay. Not only is it a very recognizable helmet, it has some fantastic accessories, and it's got the unique visor to it that Cody is known for having. I would love to own this helmet.
Of course, it's beautiful.
I would love to.
And the detail, like this is a clone helmet with detail. Even the Ahsoka helmet you have behind you the Cody visor is really rad.
Which way do I go?
I don't know.
Oh, it's right. It's
There she is. He is. We don't know. Well, no, we do know.
Yeah. And so, Paul says it might be worth a little bit more than your typical because it's got a little bit more. I still have
an answer to that. I still have an answer to that.
And I do too.
Okay.
I actually do too.
So hang tight, Paul, because I'm going to refute you a little bit. I mean, I don't disagree. Like it could go for that much and you should pay for it. But I'm going to challenge it.
Okay.
Next.
Put one up. Put the 501st helmet. Because this is
like
where
the collection? Or
yeah.
It's a bunch of them.
Yeah, do that. Okay. So, here's what I'm going to say. And this could include the Cody helmet, or we could have Cody be exclusive to its own because he does have a little bit more variation than these. But the 501st helmet, Echo 5s, Ahsoka helmet, Jesse, like these helmets have become known characters in the Star Wars universe. They're making the vintage collection figures out of them.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine we'll eventually get Black Series figures out of them. I'm hoping, fingers crossed. But instead of making 5 different helmets, and you tell me if this isn't a fantastic idea, so good in fact that I can't be the only one to have thought of it. But these are all Phase 2 clone helmets.
Right.
Okay? Just with different
paint jobs,
yep. Right? Or the antenna part, kind of.
Or the the scope or the viewfinder, whatever.
Boba's
thing.
So if Black Series would make just a plain Phase 2 Clone Trooper helmet, they could do this with the Phase 1 helmets as well, but offer different decal packages. And so
that's a great idea.
Or, so you could buy a blank white one and just be a Clone Trooper, and it comes standard. You can put guts inside of it, or you don't have to. You can. These are all options that you can buy. It's like going and ordering your own custom shoe. You can pick the colors. You can pick what's on the interior if you care about that. If you're just going to put it on a shelf, then who cares what the interior's like? You can get different sticker packages for it. So if you want Jesse, you can get a Jesse. And all you have to do is pay for the clone plus the decal package. Or
$20,
maybe,
$20 additional dollars. Is that what you're saying?
Maybe. I mean, depending on, like, I would think the I don't know, the Ahsoka one that's behind me here, that's a pretty extensive decal.
Yeah,
and it's
but
probably
it's all
even
vinyl.
like,
It's
yeah.
all, I mean, application might be an issue, but I don't know.
So I feel like that there's an idea here that Hasbro, just listen to me. Listen to me. This is a great idea, and you'll sell a ton of them because there's literally 100 different clone helmets that you could make from this, whether it's phase 1 or phase 2. This can be done, and this can be done by collectors like me. It doesn't. I mean, I don't know. Like, what I don't want to do is put custom helmet people out of commission. I don't want to do that.
And that was the topic I wanted to bring up, but yeah.
But I think you can do this in a way that the custom people can still offer what they offer, and it's unique than what the Black Series helmet could offer.
Right.
Okay. So the Anovos, the EFX,
Yeah.
the different,
And then just the Etsy, the homemakers, which are
the
awesome.
3D printed
Yep.
guys, that are building helmets, in their garages and stuff. So I still think there's a market for those. But if I'm Hasbro and I want, okay, I'm a clone guy, and there's guys like Paul who are Imperial helmet guys.
Yeah.
Do you know how many phase 2 helmets I would buy I would have a 5s, a Jesse, an Echo, a 501st.
Yeah.
Rex is a little different because he's a combination of the phase 1 and phase 2 helmet.
Okay.
Rex might have to be his own, unless you just did a phase 1 version of him. His phase 2 is a combo. But anyway, I digress.
You do.
Cody would have to be probably his own because of the visor aspect, and his accessories are a little unique. But you could clear so many. Yes. Instead of Build-A-Bear, it's Build-A-Bucket or something like that.
Yeah.
And you could...
Well,
you could
build a
go
droid. They do that in Galaxy's Edge now.
Yes, they do.
They build droids, so why not build your own bucket?
Build your old helmet. Gosh.
Build a bucket. Build a bucket. It was coined by Andy first.
Hashtag.
Build a bucket.
And I
Gary.
got
And Gary.
Gary inspired me. Okay, I can't
Gary.
claim it all by myself.
Yep. Gary, congratulations.
You're gonna get 8% royalties.
Congratulations. The lawsuit will fall on you as well.
And yes, and Nick, absolutely, you've got Bad Batch helmets coming down the pipe.
Well, and I think you're hitting on the greater point here. Is that Black Series, who obviously is able to make a quality product at an affordable price, around $100, a little more or so.
Yeah, $100 to $120.
Yeah, $130. But they're missing the mark when it comes to providing what we'd all buy. We'd all buy it. But I'm not. Look, I didn't buy Cardinal.
I'm not gonna buy First Order.
I'm not buying First Order. Now, that's my preference. Let me put it a different way.
Right. There's other people.
If I'm going like Paul, if I'm going to buy, I would probably buy the white version of the First Order. But I'm not going to buy both. And by the way, I say that as a freaking jerk that owns 4. This is my point. And can I do it now?
Yes.
This is my point. Here's what's I didn't even know.
Inferno
Trooper. Oh, can you tell? Because he's got red and it looks distressed, kind of. What's this guy? Shock?
Yeah, one of those droppers.
There's a shock drop right there. Oh, don't worry. We got, there you go.
It's the same helmet.
I mean, I can continue to prove my point, but it's really, I have 2 more down there.
He's got a regular white stormtrooper,
A white and
a black shadow trooper.
Shadow Trooper from, what is it? Star Wars Battle. It's a video game, you know.
Battlefront. No.
No, Battlefront.
Is it from Battlefront?
Yeah. So I think you're right. But anyway, so this is a retooling, like just put a new paint job. This is your point.
Yes.
Except that they're just putting different paint jobs, Which again, I would be okay with that too if they just said, "Hey, we're going to do a 5-line of Phase 2 troopers, clone troopers, and we'll do the paint. Screw your decal idea. Fine, do it." But they're not.
Or what if they packaged them? You could get 10. You could get 10 Phase 2 clone troopers for $1,000 with whatever sticker or decal package you want on. And then you get like if you want to go bulk or if you just want to go singles. This should not be hard to do.
No.
Make a little website where you can make your own. Like this.
Let's build a bucket.
Freaking awesome.
Let's build a bucket.
All right, next helmet.
Oh, sorry.
Put one up there.
I can't believe you made me do that one next. All right. How about this one? We talked about it.
This was my ace in the hole. Okay. I don't care. I would freaking love an Enfys Nest helmet. Again, women's helmets in Star Wars are awesome. This is my favorite.
It really is. It's a fantastic helmet.
Good. It is such a cool helmet. Now, this is bigger. This is going to be more than your $99 or $120 helmet. I understand that.
Maybe. Come on, we're just talking about plastic here.
I know, but if a Boba Fett is a $125 helmet, this is $170.
Like I said, I'm gonna give that a hard maybe. Because mostly it's just aesthetic. It's not functional. It doesn't require electronics. It's just the mold. And by the way, maybe a little bit of design where in order to package it in a box that's comparable to the boxes that we receive now, you have to attach some of those kind of flanged out parts, click them in and be done. Still fit it in the same or a similar size box.
Well, if it has clickable parts, then Shabby won't be able to figure it out.
I see. Yeah, he gets things backwards. All right, next.
So good.
Let's do this one because you and I agree on this one. I love this one.
Yes.
Why don't we have an Endor Rebel helmet?
There's no good reason why. Because you can show your face. I mean, this, and I'm not talking about of a quality that's going to meet 501st regulation.
No, but you can still cosplay in this. You can cosplay in any Black Series helmet made right now.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you will have a great time.
And you'll get made fun of by the 501st, but they can't hit you with their blasters anyway.
Because they... Sorry, 501st. That's no offense.
Well, they know. They know what's going on. They know what's going on with their aim.
The voice changer with Enfys Nest. I love that comment. Yes, 100%. Yes.
Yep.
Are you doing? Or you do the comments?
Am I doing? You're on it, buddy.
Okay. The
professionals.
The Endor helmet. Make this happen, Hasbro. Okay, this is an $80 helmet.
Oh, but sell it for $100. Make your money back so you can make the Enfys Nest helmet
for $150.
For $120.
For $120.
And then, you're like, well, oh man, we scraped in so much from those Rebel helmets that 7 guys bought. We need to make the Enfys Nest helmet. Now, I'd buy this helmet too. Now, maybe we're in the minority. I don't know. All right. This one.
Okay. This is just your classic. This was the first helmet as a kid that I recognized as, whoa.
Yeah, cool.
This helmet is cool. And it is. And there's no reason why we shouldn't have one. It's a little bigger. Okay. This and the AT-8, the AT-AT driver helmet, right? They're kind of a similar.
They're like identical with
size,
some tubing.
Right.
Yes.
We can do this Black Series.
We can together. We can.
In the Build-A-Bucket. We can absolutely do this. We can do this. All right. And this helmet should have been made already. Let's be honest. This helmet has been around long enough. It has the street cred. It has the awesome factor to it. It is jet black and sexy.
Hell yeah.
This needs to have been made already.
You can wear this with a pair of board shorts and no shirt and some flip-flops, and people are going to notice you.
They're going to be like, damn, that guy's awesome.
That guy's awesome.
I mean, am I wrong?
No.
Okay.
Not. All right, here we go. And this is the obvious, this is an amazing choice, right?
So again, back to the women helmet in Star Wars. They're awesome. And this, okay, So we've got a Boba Fett helmet. We've got the prototype Boba Fett helmet, which is just right there. Okay. And it's the same mold. Do I have to get my head out of the way?
You just tap on it. I mean, you could use
there it is.
technology, or you could just duck like an ostrich.
And then Boba's right. Boba's right there.
Oh, professionals.
He's right there too.
Yeah,
But
it's
the same mold, right? One's white, one's green and Boba Fett. All right, go back to the gals there. Sabine and Bo-Katan. It's the same mold, guys. It's the same mold. One has an antenna, one doesn't. We can put a different decal package together and you get the same helmet, okay? And here's the kicker. They're both awesome.
They're both very awesome.
They're both awesome. Okay? So, anyway, I just
Do you think you've made your point, Andy?
I don't know.
Okay, let me add.
I'm shaking my fist at the sky right now and seeing if anybody will listen to me.
Can I add something to the cost factor?
Fill the pegs, but do it with helmets.
Do it with damn helmets. I agree.
Oh my god.
Let me add something to the cost factor because a lot comes up because you put emphasis nest 150, 170, whatever. I'm going to show you a helmet, a Black Series helmet that you can buy right now, pre-order if you want to. By pre-order, meaning just when they're going to release again, by the end of this month. For $100, down $30. It was $130, so that's why we kind of gave the range of $130 to $100. And that's this dude right here, which, by the way, is most impressive.
It's big.
Yeah,
guys.
Put me up big screen there.
Alrighty.
Clicky Clickerson. So look at this bad boy.
Gotta put it in front of your face.
And his head's a little. Sorry, get this because I'm going to take it off in a second anyway. Well, look. So, oh man, look at that. Oh. So you got these are all magnets and you can adjust them and he can look cool. There we go. There he's locked in. There he's normal. Okay? Here he is. Technology.
Awesome.
Very awesome. Boom, you take it off.
Let me look at you.
Look at this
with
though.
my
Look at the
own
detail.
eyes.
Look at the detail on this thing. This is fan-freaking-tastic.
So good.
It's so good. And let me reiterate, $100. You can go to Zavvi right now. $100 pre-order. You'll get it by the end of the month. Or pre-order for the release of the next batch. The interior, awesome. You've got the little deals. Oh, because I'm going to show you one more damn thing. Oh, it made a noise. You heard it. Yeah. Look at that. I mean, this is so you're telling me
three-piece.
This is my argument. You're telling me that for 130 at its max price and now 100, which means there's some room in the margins. This is a fantastic helmet. I can put this on. Oh, because look, you have to do, like they even make you do this whole, I don't know which side.
Collar?
Yeah, the collar comes apart. And then you put it, I'm not going to put it on here. I'll do it later, but I can't even figure it out. The collar comes apart, goes around your neck. Then you put the top piece on. Then you put the freaking... Am I making my point clear?
Yes, Josh. We have points tonight. We need to be heard.
Need to be here.
I'm going to call right after I get done talking to Bobby Iger.
Thank you, Paul. And Paul, thank you so much. We love you. You have an amazing collection. And I just wanted to kind of say, like, I get it. I get why you would say, like, that helmet's more intricate. That helmet's more. This thing is freaking badass. Now, maybe this was a loss leader, meaning they made this to lose money because they wanted to ignite the brand or something, but not with a re-release at $100 again. So I just...
That for $100 seems like a good deal.
A great deal. You can put this on if you add the cape and the stilts and everything else to go with it.
You just get a big enough cape and some shoulder pads, which I have access to shoulder pads, Josh, if you want some shoulder pads.
Thank you.
Let's do it. You just get a big black cape on, put that on, you're good to go. So you don't even need anything underneath.
Nope. Nope. Let me look at you with my own eyes. Hey. So anyway, Paul's saying, like, it's a great deal for $100. It's just a great deal for $100. So that makes me say, look, and this has been out for what, 2 or 3 years?
Yep.
Come on, Black Series.
Okay, so they can do it.
They can. And the
Evidence
price is
right there.
There's magnets in here. This is ridiculous.
They can build a bucket, put a little feature on the Hasbro Pulse site where you can build your own bucket. And I'm talking like trooper helmets. We don't have to do this with every single kind of helmet, okay? But you can make so many different 501st, any of the clone, like just a clone phase 1 and phase 2 template, or a stormtrooper template, or even like the TIE template.
Yep.
All right. And then from that, it's like a freaking video game where you can accessorize your own shit.
Customize, pay, buy tokens,
This
use them.
is what kids do on video games. So yeah, you're gonna reel them in too. Imagine getting the helmet that you use in Squadrons and putting it on your own head because it's got exactly what your helmet on the video game has.
Yeah, it's a poop emoji. It's not an owl. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, man.
All right, my final helmet as shtick, and it's already been put up in the chat, but I'm going to do it anyway, is this guy. I'm not sure why we don't have this yet. I'm not exactly sure why this hasn't been made. Black Series, come on now. Come on.
Yeah.
It's hard to breathe in this thing.
That's
Oh, dark helmet.
yeah. Yeah.
All right. I think we made our point.
I think we made our point too. We need to wrap this show up. We're at an hour 20 right now, and we've got one last thing.
Yeah. Do we? Because I don't have the show notes still. Oh, we do. Thank you for sticking around. I forgot. Can you believe that? This
How
was such
can
a
you
good
forget?
No, because this was important.
Yes.
I like your passion. I like the passion in the chat. I think we're on to something here, guys. We're going to need your help. But we do have one more item for you. We promised it even in the title, I believe.
Yep, it's in the title. We got to do it.
Finally.
Is this number 6?
Yeah. I think so.
Spinner number 6.
Is it?
Well, we've got
Yeah.
Obi-Wan,
Yeah.
Darth Vader,
Darth Vader.
Cloud Car Pilot,
Oh, how did I miss him? Gamorrean Guard.
Gamorrean Guard,
Han Solo.
Han Solo,
Big head and little head.
and tonight.
Number 6. Welcome to the number 6
in the series.
in the series, Star Wars Spinner.
Spinners.
You waited around. You hung in the chat.
You earned it.
It's time to go.
Let's do it.
Low Gray, Ewoks Animated Series version. Canon production number 71260. First seen, 1985. As Shaman of the Bright Tree tribe on Endor, this little herb toker was the medicinal in Medicine Man. And he always had a cure for anyone's troubles, because he spent his life higher than an Ewok glider. With his purple leg fur, gray hands, and white beard, his carpet definitely did not match the drapes. And with his cherry bird headdress, pouch of bones from his defeated enemies, and dreadlocked beard, you gotta know one thing. This guy smelled like Ewok shit 24/7. But it's cool, because Jerry Garcia once said that Low Gray wielded the power of the Sunstone, and that's just far out, man. Original retail price, $379. Estimated current value loose, $180. Estimated mint on card, $300. Yeah.
JD said it right. He's a creepy mother right there. That's a creepy dude.
Puff, puff, pass, man.
Puff, puff, pass. Hey, we're hitting you with all the different characters. Hey, look, there's no discrimination in our spins.
No.
We'll spin an Ewoks animated series figure.
100%.
100%.
That's just more content for us to spin.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Look, we're reading the comments now. You guys, thank you so much for watching. We love sharing spinners with you guys. That thing's gonna be up on TikTok and all the other spots in no time. It was a fun one for us. It was a fun one. And by the way, This might compromise how they feel, but this was also brought to you by Red 5 Designs. You're welcome, guys.
Yeah, and
Gents.
you might see that figure in the book.
You're going to. But that's so much fun. Actually, that's why we have to give them so much credit, is they give us the opportunity to get our hands on that. That's a cool figure.
Yeah,
like
it's unique.
It's a unique one. It's a collectible one. It's way out there, kind of in the line that isn't super popular, which means it's expensive, and we get to play with it, spin it. Some weird cool guy talks really deep on it, and away we go.
It's so cool.
Some cool guy, the cool guy deep voice. We love you, Jet Hetfield.
I love Matt. Matt had a funny joke there.
What did he say?
He was on Endor, but he smelled like the outdoors.
Oh, boom! All right, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Make sure after we end this broadcast, we're going to end it really soon, we promise, because you guys have stuff to do on a Monday night.
Mostly sleep.
Make sure you hit like, you comment. Just put a comment down there. We're not going to give you anything this time, but we do pay attention to the people that comment most after the broadcast is ended. Just a comment. It just helps us. That I'll be very honest. It just helps us out. Comments help. But you guys are awesome. We had a lot of people hanging with us all night in the chat. Thank you so much. It was fun.
If any of you guys know anybody at Hasbro, tell them we want to talk.
Yeah, it's time for us to get together. But
Put me in charge.
Andy, I don't know. Other than telling Hasbro they need to up their bucket game, what do you want to say?
Build a bucket.
Build a bucket.
Build a bucket. Hey,
that's right.
You guys go play with your toys.
Yeah.